Hello, folks. Hope you're well. If you are loving the podcast, long-term fan, you've maybe been listening to a few episodes and like it, please make sure that you're subscribing to my Sunday Thoughts email newsletter that I send every Sunday. I give some perspective on self-improvement, and it's just some nice thoughts on a calming day. Also, if you're loving the podcast, I do a paid subscription of 99p a month where you get an extra episode on a Friday, which is a little bit more personal, and obviously a bonus episode, and any exclusive first access to any projects that I'm working on as well. So, if you want to do that, go for it. Otherwise, enjoy the show. Hello, guys, and welcome to this episode of the Self-Improvement Project. I hope you're all keeping well. I hope you're all working hard, but enjoying that hard work in whatever it is that you're focusing on and honing in on at the moment. During times of learning, effort, when we're almost channeling all of our focus into one thing, a lot of other things around us can become less important. We focus on them less. We don't prioritize them, which can be fine in the short term. But over the period that you are focusing on, a lot of the time when we focus on something specific, it's sometimes a weakness. It's sometimes something that we feel like we need to develop. We're almost going against the resistance, against the current, swimming upstream when trying to develop these things. Now, I want to explore the idea today of flipping that approach. Flipping that approach not to focus on your strengths, but to focus on the areas that you need to develop and viewing them as a unique advantage. Let's look at personality. Personality is something that does evolve, but it's also something that makes us unique. When it comes to, say, for example, you've got your social life, you've got your professional life, you've got all these different aspects where you need to wear different hats for your personality. Now, how can you use your personality as an advantage in all of these situations? Some of my favourite people in a professional sense are really charismatic. And that is something that has maybe been pointed out to them as being a weakness or being something that they need to work on or potentially hone in on or tidy up, thinking from a professional point of view. But that is the thing that makes them special. That is the thing that makes people warm to them in a professional sense. And there's also the element of, let's say, being introverted, being quieter, personality-wise, in a social setting. And again, thinking the automatic side of things comes to thinking of that as maybe a weakness or something to get better at. But how can that actually be an advantage? How can being a bit quieter, a bit more reserved, relaxed maybe, be an advantage in that setting as well? I think it's important to look inwards here around those things because it can be quite exhausting looking at, analysing, working on all these areas that we need to develop all of the time without really embracing them from our individual sense and just not getting the chance to enjoy them as well. The beautiful thing about all of this is that everybody is unique. Just knowing how to focus on what we need to is the key. It's great to have an attitude to focus on improving yourself from a weaknesses or areas to develop point of view. It's important that we use that to evolve ourselves, evolve our capabilities, challenge ourselves, stretch ourselves. Yet, what are those things that, even from a young age, we have innately that we can use to our advantage? It can or could be the thing that makes you stand out. Everybody's sticking and you're twisting. And I think it's important to look at that. Look inwards to, have I been looking at this as a problem or something that I always need to work on for my entire life, when it's actually something that I could use to my advantage to benefit me, to benefit others around me, to inspire other people around me as well. So I think that's an important point to sit on today. This is obviously a bit of a shorter episode, which is fine. But it's that thought of how can we use examples in our life where we've been told that we need to develop them, we've been told that we need to improve upon them, as they are termed as a weakness for us. But we could actually use them to our advantage. We could use them to make ourselves an even better version of ourselves by embracing our individualism, embracing our own personality, our own uniqueness. Tell me what you think. Write to me. Let me know what sort of things you've been working on, but actually you could use as an advantage in your own life as well. Otherwise, thank you for listening as always, and I will see you all next time. Cheers. Hello everyone. Quick one from me before we get started today. One of the reasons you might be listening to this podcast is because you feel slightly lost or a bit stuck in life right now. Over the last 18 months, I've been building a self-led ebook course for you based upon overcoming this feeling. It might be that you're frustrated that you're on this hedonic treadmill of life, despite the fact that you've been working on yourself for a while. And with the experience should come solutions. Or simply put, you're just not where you thought you'd be at this point of your life. And this makes you unhappy. Well, this is where it all changes for you. You take control of what you can whilst enjoying the inevitable ups and downs of life, with the peace of mind that you're doing everything you can to work towards what matters to you. I can remember feeling lost and stuck in jobs and with life in general. All the self-development content out there telling you how to become successful, when all you really need to do is find out what success means to you. So, start with this course I've created for you, 30 days of you taking the time to focus on yourself. Not rushing, not living up to anyone else's expectations, just you getting closer to who you want to become and the life you want to live. Check it out in the show notes and enjoy the show.